Boom! Hey guys, what's up? Pitmarth here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last episode, we basically got everything ready for heading out to the second area. Well, not required stuff, but, you know, stuff you can do. Really quickly off screen, I would like to mention I got the heart piece by taking a picture of Tingle in that area where you can go to the swamp shooting gallery where he's floating up. I shot him down, took a picture, and brought it to the shop without beating the temple, and the guy gave me a heart piece. That's why my heart counter is a little bit different, because I fell in the poison water and almost died, and then I found a few hearts in that grass, so I'm now back up to just a regular 3 hearts. So let's go on ahead with our actual plot progression. Yeah, I know, we're crazy. First, however, because I did go back to Dawn of the First Day, and I doubt you have to, unless you're on the final day, you probably won't need it. But, hey, I could be proven wrong. Oh yeah, that guy dropped a heart. But you do need to pick up some arrows. I have at least 20 with you. Come on, do that spin. Fine. Oh, bombs, that's always good. I don't know if I'll need bombs or not. I think you do need them, actually, now that I think about it. On the path to the snow area, you actually need them. Alright, now we're back up to what we need to be at. And I guess we'll have to use 20 arrows. But that's fine. 20, like I said, should be alright. Alright, so to get up there, you actually need to jump off that thing. I don't know what the little ramp is used for. I guess you can fly across with a mask we'll get later, but for now, this is how you get up there. And you'll notice the path is blocked, but with the bow and arrow, you can shoot this thing. And it shows a cutscene of it not breaking, and then it shows a cutscene of it breaking. I don't get what the point was about having to shoot it twice. I mean, 3 times would make sense. You know, 3 is kind of the... You usually hit something 1 time, 3 times, or 5 times. But whatever. This path right here, I always get lost on this for a second, and I always have to check back on the map. The smaller snowballs you can get rid of by just slashing them. However, with the bigger ones like this, you will have to use bombs for that. As you can see right here. Oh, that's a statue, you dummy. That's not a... Okay, that should have blown up. Why did it not blow up? See, that's what it was supposed to do. I don't know why it did not blow up, because I set one down. They don't roll down the hill. I don't think. What does this say? Mountain village ahead. Beware of blizzards and deep snow. Goron should be able to break the snow boulders easily. So yes, this is where the Gorons live. And Gorons can break the boulders easily. Are we a Goron? I don't think so. And it's the mountain village, despite the fact it's only got 1 house. Pretty sure a village has to be more than 1 house. Oh, look at Goron. Not that we care. You can actually talk to him right now, and he says, can you find a way to help me get back down? There's an owl statue here, though. That's more important. Teleportation over human lives. Bombs, arrows, magic, I believe. Oh no, fairy. Let's go ahead and capture that. I doubt I'll need it. If I die, I'm not even going to the temple in this recording session. So if I die, not even going to the temple, that's gonna be really embarrassing. So as you can tell, the curse here is clearly everything is frozen solid. And we actually don't have the map for this place. We'll be getting it shortly, though. Goron village ahead. Beware of white wolfos. Not that they're any different from the regular ones. Spider! Boom. You weren't supposed to ambush me. I was supposed to ambush you. Die. Stab you in the throat. Or in the knee. Heart, don't care. And the wolfos appear right here, and then there's one next to the other tree we'll see in a second here. But first. Using an arrow on the balloon that Tingle uses it's a lot easier to aim than the bubbles that you'd use as a Deku. And as usual, we've already got all this dialogue. We'll buy the one of Snowhead. We already have the one of Romanai Ranch, so there'd be no point in buying that. Which, I don't know why he's got the one of Romanai Ranch, because Romanai Ranch is to the south, and we went to the north to get to the mountains, so that's actually the farthest away. It seems like you'd be able to purchase that at the Southern Swamp, but at the Southern Swamp you purchase the one for either the Southern Swamp itself or for this area. So that's rather strange. You can talk to the Gorons if you want. That won't do you much good right now. So you can, like, go around the village and talk to anybody you want, but they're just gonna, like, tell you basically what's happening. It's the curse has made this place frozen. Yes, we're gonna ignore this. Will you proceed? Yes. Basically, this is showing you how to get one of the items here. And yes, Gabora is actually going to do something useful. Ignore this little thing in the ground right there. You'll see it in a minute. Basically, what you want to do is, I definitely recommend taking off the bunny hood. You want to jump to each of the platforms. Now they're icy, so make sure that you don't just stop without realizing, oh, I could still fall off. And once you make it, he says, get the item within this cavern. There are a lot of bombs in here. There's, I think, magic or something like that. There's a whole bunch of bombs. So you can pick those up and blow these things up. And while those are blowing up, you get the Lens of Truth, which is a lot earlier in this game than it was in Ocarina of Time, where you got it in the or not even the Shadow Temple, the area beneath the well. Basically, you use this to see stuff that normally you can't see. For example, let's equip it right here. There's a hidden treasure chest right there. Also, there's a skeleton guarding it, so let's get rid of that guy. Now, most of the time, there's not very many invisible enemies. You will not see them very often. And that's a red rupee. I think we got plenty of bombs, right? 25. We can carry a maximum of 30. Actually, 40. We'll be able to get 40 in a little while. We'll need to have 200 rupees, though. I should have picked up that 100 rupees in Clock Town, but I didn't do that because I didn't think we'd have to buy anything, and now I realize we do. So that is my bad. So this is what we are jumping across. So now you can actually see what you're doing. And if you see that little circle where we were, you can actually L-target this guy and talk to him. So we are going to follow him. I would recommend having your bunny hood for this. You actually don't have to have this thing on the entire time. As long as you just follow his shadow, you're fine. Hey, a Deku stick. What's that doing here? It's like that Deku stick in Ocarina of Time in the Goron area, and one of the Gorons is like, I hit a Deku stick, I'm so smart. And then it's like in one of the pots right next to him or something like that. Like, oh yeah, that's well hidden right next to you. Who would have thought? But hey, the Gorons aren't very smart. You know, the Gorons are morons. They live on they lived on Death Mountain in Ocarina of Time. So, yeah. And for every time you leave the area, you will have to put it back on for a second. So he leaves the area, so let's leave the area as well. And now we're back here. And he is right there, so let's run up to him. And that Wolfos is like flat. Yeah, that happens actually pretty much every time I've played through this game. That happened. Just gonna ignore that. Another Wolfos, don't care. Like I said, you don't have to have this thing on. I know this is boring. It's very boring. And you can't really do anything in this area till you get this next item that we're gonna get. And that's probably why it feels so uneasy whenever I start this area, because like I always feel like I can't really do much, and that's true until you get the item that you need. But I don't. It always feels like I'm missing something else, even though I'm not. Alright, so we're back at the mountain village of one house. And now basically we're going to go over here. Now normally these things were invisible, as you can see, but now you can see where they are. Now I know the pattern pretty well, so I just kind of need to get to the point where it splits. I believe you go to the right the first time, to the left the second time, and then back to the right the third time. So you can kind of hold off on it for a second, and then check to make sure there's nothing there. You're just, you know, saving magic power as best you can. Because your magic meter is not very gigantic at this point. There is an upgrade for it, but, you know, we don't have it yet, so you'd have to use it sparingly. And we are up there. And then there's two Gorons, one's frozen solid, and the other one's barely hanging on here. Still shivering. Wait. Please tell me. Okay, I hope the dude already went in there. Is this where he's supposed to go? Didn't see him going. This is the Goron graveyard. Despite the fact there's only one grave in here, it's just like the mountain village, man. What the heck? It's like they call it a village in a graveyard, and there's only one freaking thing there. Let's talk to him again. The soaring one said that we would arrive, which is obviously the bird. So this is Darmani the Third. When I was alive. But alas, I'm now dead. So, he marched off to Snowhead, thinking he could drive off a demon. And the blizzard at the Snowhead blew me into the valley. He didn't even make it to the temple, what a loser. How infuriating. He cannot rest. So he says, bring back to life with your magic. If it's beyond your power, then heal my sorrows. And you can well imagine what that means. We get to hear my favorite song in the game again, minus the Song of Storms. Song of Storms doesn't count because it started off in Ocarina of Time, so that one doesn't really count. I'm talking about ones that started here. And in that case, this is definitely my favorite one. And I'll be quiet and slightly adjust the camera. Alright, so basically that shows that everybody said that he needed to go to the temple, so it was kind of everybody else's fault too, because they kind of pushed him into it, but there we go. We get the next transformation mask, which is the Goron mask, not the Moron mask. It's actually pretty helpful, though. It's not my favorite transformation mask. It's better than the Deku by a mile, though. So you can look at the grave if you want. It'll tell you how to use the Goron ability, but that's my job, not some stupid tombstone's job. Alright, so if we put it on, and you probably noticed this when you put on the Deku mask, but you have to watch the scene once, and then after that you can just, like, you know, take it off real fast and put it on real fast. Just by hitting A or the same C-stick button. So, you can hold A to curl, and if you're curled you can hit B, and that will pound the ground. You can also roll around like a Goron. And once you get the spikes started, though, it will use up your magic power very quickly. You can use the punch, and you're also able to push and pull things that are much heavier. Kind of like with the silver gauntlets and the gold gauntlets. But anyway, what you want to do is pull this back. And there's actually a hot spring under his grave. And also, keep in mind that the Gorons are, you know how I said each transformation mask had a weakness? The Goron's weakness is water, so if you stand in water that's too tall and it submerges you, you'll get that black screen like I talked about if a Deku touches fire. However, Gorons are immune to fire. They can walk through fire, so. But anyway, let's put some hot spring water in that bottle. This is funny right here. You're not the great Darmony, are you? Then whose grave was I making? Did you come back to life because it was so warm beneath your grave? And that was actually kind of funny. I thought he'd freak out. I don't remember that well, so... Let's put the bunny hood back on. Yeah, the bunny hood is probably going to be on your C-stick like 90% of the time. Yeah, it was well worth it. Even though the water's freezing cold here, it doesn't hurt you. Not sure what it is. And I believe going south? No, going east is the direction back to the village. Which is where we need to head back to. Alright, so we need to go up here. Perfect. And just get near this and use the hot spring water on it. And basically there's hot spring water under that. We don't want to get to that just yet though, because that's supposed to be just a little bit later, not much. Probably in the next video though. What we need to do is go down here. You've probably noticed this gate, and you can use that Goron pound by standing still with A and hitting B. And there you go. This is the Goron Shrine, where it's cold and there's a very annoying noise. It's called a baby. It's like being stuck next to the screaming kid on the airplane flights, if you ever had that. And I get that pretty much every single time. I don't know why I've got such bad luck with that, but I always get stuck next to the screaming kid. Or behind me, where he's busy, you know, seat kicking. I'm not really sure why kids do that. I never did. As a kid, I don't know. Yes, we get it, that's annoying. So, he's asking where his dad is. I don't want Deku sticks, I want it. There we go. Wait a minute. Can I do this now, or... No, I can't do this right now. Okay, just curious. Yeah, breaking the heads on the chandelier, that'll actually come into play for something later, but we once again can't do it quite yet. Pretty close to doing it, actually. And I will probably go off screen at the end of this little video right here and go back for the 100 rupees in Clock Town, since I can warp back to this area now, since I got that one owl statue, and then, you know, get the 200 rupees for the bomb bag. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that's your 3-hit combo as a Goron. You look like a ninny whenever you do it. But hey, you can kill stuff really fast. So, next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, I will get 200 rupees because I want that bomb bag, and I will also continue the plot, so I will see you guys then.